Kia ora! In this video, we'll be flying Air New Zealand for the first time on this channel from Sydney to beautiful Queenstown, New Zealand. Hi there, and welcome back to Biyahe Jimenez. We arrived at Sydney Airport about 2 hours before our flight and headed straight to the check-in area to get our boarding passes and luggage tags. Check-in and bag drop were quick and easy, so let's now head over to security. Since my last flight out of Sydney, the airport has undergone a number of improvements. One of the biggest changes is the enhanced security area, with screening now happening before passport control. Thanks to the new scanning technology, passengers no longer need to take laptops or liquids out of their hand luggage. But beyond the tech upgrades, I really love what they've done with the space. The warm lighting and high ceilings make it feel much more comfortable and help ease the stress of airport security. And since we didn't have much time, we decided to skip the lounges and just grab a cup of coffee and a quick breakfast. If you're new to the channel, my name is Earl, and welcome to Biyahe Jimenez. I do trip reports and airport lounge tours, so if you love aviation content, please consider subscribing. Our aircraft for today's flight across the Tasman is a 6-year-old Airbus A320neo, the very first one delivered to Air New Zealand back in March 2019, registered as Zulu Kilo, November Hotel Alpha. Thank you. Welcome on board Air New Zealand flight NZ232 bound for Queenstown. Economy class is laid out in the usual 3-3 configuration, and my seat for today is 22F. Waiting at each seat is a small pack containing a pair of earphones. Legroom comes in at 29 inches. It's a bit tight but manageable for this 2-hour hop. The seat back pocket has space for small items and holds a safety card and air sickness bag. The tray table slides back and forth, though it doesn't fold in half. Up front is a 10-inch touchscreen TV. Underneath, you'll find both the USB-A and USB-C charging ports. The only drawback is that the screen is embedded in the seat, so you can't adjust the viewing angle. I'm happy to report that individual air vents are available in this cabin. Finally, the headrest is adjustable. You can move it up and down and fold the sides inward for extra comfort.
with me on the flight deck, but it's obviously steam check. Well, thank you for boarding so quickly and taking your seats. I do apologise for the slight late running of this morning's service, unfortunately just due to the slight delay as we came across from Christchurch this morning. But we're doing the best to turn the aircraft around as quickly and obviously as safely as we can. Just about to close up very shortly. A bit of a long taxi out here in Sydney, a lovely day as you testified having walked into the terminal, but a long taxi to the furthest runway as we take off a couple of turns and then climbing up to a cruising altitude of 37,000 feet. 2 hours and 40 minutes if you're planning your in-flight entertainment. I'll get back to you later in the flight and update you with the conditions in Queenstown and our estimated time of arrival. Got a great team looking after you. Met them all there with Katie, Annie, Joe and Siobhan. Of course, they'll be doing their best to provide a great news.
Flight attendants, arm your doors.
Let's take a look at the in-flight entertainment system on Air New Zealand. I was honestly surprised by the amount of movies available here. The selection includes local content, Hollywood blockbusters, and even Oscar-nominated films. There are also games like Angry Birds and other puzzles, though the music library is a bit thin. I also enjoy the in-flight map. It was very responsive and interactive. Air New Zealand also provides free Wi-Fi for all passengers. Just follow the instructions, connect to the network, and you're good to go. I was able to do some light browsing on Twitter, check my messages, and even access my email. Soon after takeoff, water was served to all passengers, followed by the food options announcement. Breakfast service started shortly after.
The first option is hot omelette with bacon and bean. The second option is continental butter muesli. Both meals will combine with a fruit salad and a Danish.
Now here's the tricky part. Air New Zealand is a full-service airline, but when I was booking this flight, the website offered 3 different fare options. The first one, called Seat, only gives you snacks on board and 1 carry-on bag. The second tier, called The Works, includes a checked bag, a full meal service, and seat selection. Finally, the third one, Works Flexi, is the full economy package with added flexibility to change your flight plans. Since we were only checking 1 bag, we decided to book 1 Works Flexi and 1 seat ticket, meaning we'd only get 1 full meal and some snacks, which we were planning to share, by the way. We opted for the hot breakfast, which was not bad at all. The eggs were cooked nicely, and while I'm usually not a fan of beans, they were surprisingly tasty. The cinnamon Danish was just okay. For passengers who booked the seat option, only snacks were served. For drinks, you could choose coffee, tea, or juice. I went for the sparkling wine, which was really good. If you wanted soft drinks or other alcoholic beverages, those had to be purchased separately. Let's take a quick look at the lavatory on this A320neo. It's compact with a very narrow sink, the toilet, tissues, an air vent, this wallpaper accent, and of course, a coat hook. When I got back to my seat, the cabin crew came around one last time to hand out Air New Zealand's iconic Lollies to all passengers. What do you think is the best flavor? As we make our descent to beautiful Queenstown, let me conclude this trip report with Air New Zealand. Our trip today began at Sydney Airport, where check-in and bag drop were quick and hassle-free. The newly enhanced security screening at the international terminal was a welcome improvement, and we were done in just 5 minutes. Our flight was delayed for about an hour, but once on board, the seat offered below average legroom, though for this 2-hour flight, it was manageable. The IFE was very responsive and came with a good amount of content. The food was just okay, but the service from the cabin crew was excellent. They were very warm and friendly, and since we were the last ones to the plane, one crew member even asked if we wanted to take some photos. Overall, this was a nice first experience with Air New Zealand. As for the ticket prices, a one-way journey from Sydney to Queenstown could cost around $270, while a round-trip ticket can be around $488. Do keep in mind that the total cost will depend on the type of inclusions you choose when booking. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip report. If you enjoy the content, please leave a like and consider sharing this video with your family and friends. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this Air New Zealand trip report in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell button so you stay updated and never miss out on future content. I look forward to having you again in my next video. For now, enjoy this beautiful landing in Queenstown, followed by a short vlog of our trip. Bye!
There's two actually, one on the bridge on the ground and